Genuinely, a year ago, I had this idea in my head of this show taking place here in the Cloisters, and to see it come to life is something I never believed would be possible. So everything is so amazing to me.
Hey guys, I'm Eleanor. I'm a final year at Chad's and I'm the president of Walk On Charity Fashion Show this year.
I'm Samara, I'm a reporter with PalTV. You said you're a fourth year. What's been your journey with Walk On over the years?
It started probably 2 years ago. I went and saw Walk On with some friends. One of my friends was in it and it was just such a cool show. So I kind of then last year I tried out to be a model, which was really fun. And then when I was coming back this year and I was thinking about one society that I wanted to do whilst I was in fourth year, because obviously like that's a lot of work as well for the degree, I kind of thought, you know what, it's always been my dream to be a president of a charity fashion show, so here we are, we've got to give it a go.
Has it been harder than you expected or about the same?
Yes, a lot harder than I expected. I kind of had an idea of what I was going into and I had lots of ideas that I wanted to carry forward for Walk On this year. But yeah, I think I definitely didn't expect kind of, you know, what a learning curve it would be in terms of kind of managing other people, making difficult decisions, and kind of doing something which is a part of my life every single day. And there's kind of, you know, not an hour I really kind of go without thinking about Walk On probably once. So yeah, I think the intensity of the role is something I didn't expect, and the resilience it takes as well.
What are the charities that you're fundraising for?
So this year we're fundraising for the Brain Charity and Endometriosis UK. Both of those are focused on hidden disabilities. So Endometriosis UK is a condition that a lot of women suffer with, to do with kind of ovaries, etc. And the Brain Charity focuses on neurological conditions, so that's things kind of like ADHD, autism, and the whole host of other neurological conditions. And both the charities look to support individuals, but also, importantly for us, they look to raise awareness of those conditions. And we specifically chose them because we felt that kind of they weren't something which was talked about that widely within the Durham student population. And the nature of the conditions mean they often go unnoticed by those who have them because they're not aware of like the symptoms involved with them. So yeah, hopefully we can do a bit of kind of awareness raising through the show. We kind of hope to use that as a platform.
You mentioned that your creative vision was a large driver behind the show. Yeah. Can you speak a bit more about that creative vision?
It's called Renaissance of the Self. And so basically what we're looking at is taking our audience on the journey of a person who is being diagnosed with a hidden disability. And to communicate that, each of our walks are kind of based on an emotional state, I would say. And it's kind of really, it's something that is kind of really special for me. I was diagnosed with a hidden disability last year, and a lot of the emotions I felt whilst I was going through that process was something that I didn't expect. And I think aren't talked about very much amongst kind of, you know, the student population, but kind of society in general. So I thought it kind of would be a really meaningful chance to kind of share what those are and maybe validate some other people's experiences, or at least communicate that to those who haven't gone through that process.
That sounds really inspiring. So you're talking about the walks almost as storytelling then?
Yeah, so we're kind of basically throughout the show we're telling the story. How I tend to talk about it is that it's kind of the story of like the emotional journey of like a hypothetical individual who's going through the experience of being diagnosed with a hidden disability. So kind of obviously like kind of they're quite general, each walk and the emotional state that we're trying to convey, because you know every single person's experience is different. But we start the show kind of looking at a kind of sense of peace, and then we go into kind of walks which kind of reflect more kind of confusion and a different range of emotions, ranging from frustration to anger, a little bit of like sadness mixed in there too. And then we get to this moment in the middle of the show where we realise that kind of the hidden disability can be a strength for the hypothetical person. So we end the show on a real high point with a walk called eudaimonia. It's an ancient Greek term and it kind of refers to a higher state of flourishing. So yeah, it's kind of supposed to, our show is hopefully going to send a bit of a powerful message to everyone to see that hidden disabilities can be a strength.
My to-do list is very long for tonight. So currently it's about 6:30. We're getting all the models in the chapter house just before the audience get here at 7. I'll be doing a final briefing with the models in about 5 minutes time, and then I'll be doing another briefing for the executive team. After that, we'll be doing a quick presenter practice, and then it's 10 minutes beforehand, all the executive team, all the models in place, and I'll be on the radio all night making sure that everyone's in the right place.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm a model in this year's walk-on show.
My name's Oriana and I'm a model.
I'm Archie and I'm one of the walk-on models for 2026.
What I'm really excited about for tonight is the fact that we've almost reached max capacity for the venue, which is super exciting just because when the venue is full, the energy is a lot more electric.
I've known about sort of Durham fashion shows sort of throughout my time here at uni. Been involved in a couple behind the scenes, including walk-on last year, 2025, but hadn't yet modelled. I loved the vibe of walk-on. Everyone from the exec to the models get really close throughout the process. So I thought it was the perfect opportunity, perfect show to sort of be a part of as a model. And yeah, I was very lucky to be accepted.
I really enjoy seeing what everyone wears to rehearsals. Everyone's really cool and it's got really cool sense of their own style. And it's nice to see what the fashion directors are wearing as well, because they've got the best style out of all of us.
So my name is Marina Rose. I'm a fashion designer from York and I'm here to contribute to this lovely show organised by Durham University students for some amazing charities, and here I am to help dress up the models and make sure they're all ready for tonight's runway. Well, designs are all inspired by York, because my label is called House of White Rose, so a lot of it is inspired by Yorkist White Rose, and I try to reimagine some historical figures like Elizabeth of York and try to imagine what she would wear if she lived today. So that's where my inspiration was. Beautiful architecture and history and heritage of York inspired everything I do. I don't think you ever get into designing, say. I think it's something that you're just born to do. And it's like something that you just must do no matter what happens. And I just waited for the right opportunity to happen. And I was very fortunate because that door for me was opened by another woman. And as women, we're not that represented in fashion, apart from modeling, of course, but anything that is at the executive level and in terms of designing and everything else, it's mostly men. So I was very, very lucky to have my doors opened by another woman. And there was just an opportunity and I ran with it. I just took it. And as I said, it's just something that you're born with. It's, I would have made and designed clothes even if no one was ever to buy anything. I mean, it's been so lovely being here. I remember when I first came for the first fittings, we had so much fun. We had so much fun just trying the clothes on and seeing what works in terms of model's height, and it was just really, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun backstage as well. You might not see that, but yeah, we do have a lot of fun backstage, and then models kind of come out on stage and do their choreography, which they're really, really good at. I mean, I've done so many runways so far, and I think in terms of choreography, this one has been the most creative by far. And the models just get into the character straight away as they come out, which is really incredible. So I'm very grateful to them for carrying out all the designs so beautifully.
This is like a really good send-off, I can't lie. It's been a really positive experience all around. It's really cool to see how the show kind of changes and develops over the years as well. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to celebrating the work that we put in. Do you know what I mean? Everyone here has worked so incredibly hard for tonight to be what it is.
It feels amazing. It's really lovely. I think the models, you see a lot of each other and you work very closely with the choreographer and the choreography team throughout the process. But it's really lovely for it all to come together with the exec, with the different departments in the executive team, and then obviously the final sort of piece is the audience and everyone here coming to watch the show. So yeah, it's a lovely, lovely combination, the show night.
We've put a lot of work into making it a really good show this year, and I can't quite believe that we only get to do it one more time, but I'm glad that there's at least more than one show, and so we get to try it once and then do it again the next day.
Walk On has taught me so many things. I think appreciation for other people and all their hard work and effort and passion. The amount of work which goes into a show like this is something I could have never imagined beforehand. And it's also taught me resilience, adaptability and determination. Lots of things go wrong at various points in the year. Things that you plan for can go differently to how you expected. So I mainly kind of learned how to deal with those, how to deal with other issues. So yeah, I've learned a lot of things through Walk On this year. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.